So, folks, now it's time to play with our GPT called Planty GPT, and you can ask any questions related to plants and things. So, folks, I'm going to ask you the question like, what soil is needed? And this, folks, is a genuine question I have for apples. And can I grow them in? Can I grow them in subtropical kind of an subtropical environment? So, folks, I will get an advice. Okay, so here there. Growing apple sounds like a fun and fruitful project. So let's dive in. Apples love well draining soil of pH between 6 and 7. They're not too picky about soil types, but they do best in the loamy soils, which are a mix of sand, silt, and a bit of clay. It's a balanced diet for your apple trees when they get everything they need. Now, what growing apples is definitely possible, but with a twist. Apples generally need a period of cold temperature to bear fruits known as the chillars. In subtropical area, you may have a few chillars, so the key is to choose apple varieties that require lower chillars. Look for varieties like Anna, Dorset Golden, or Ain Shemmer. Folks, I had no idea there were so many types of apple. I had no damn idea. I thought there was just one apple and that's it. And obviously, it wasn't the case. But see, this is the thing. When you try and dabble with new things, you learn so much. Even though when you're looking for something else, you might learn something else and you might end up in something else. And folks, so I got a really good tip with Apple. So I'm like, okay, so how much space is needed? Folks, because space is a very important thing in gardening. Space is needed, in meters, to grow one apple tree or maybe a plant, and it would give me a rough estimate of how much space is needed. And then the more you just keep going and churning the wheel and keep the wheels on, the more information you will get. So, absolutely, spacing is super important when planting apple trees. It's like giving each tree its own personal space to grow and thrive. So it says about 6 to 9 meters is needed. 6 to 9 meters of space in each direction. So 20 to 30 feet in every direction. This allows the roots and branches to spread out without fighting with the neighbors for resources. If you're going for semi-dwarf varieties, which are a bit smaller, they need about 4.5 to 6 meters of space. Which is, folks, really cool. And if you're really tight on space, dwarfed apple trees are the best bet. It's like 2.5 to 4.5 meters on both sides, length and breadth. So that's good, folks. Now, folks, I need to learn something more. Well, um, can apples grow with another crop or maybe a fruit? So that's my genuine question, folks. Can apple grow with another plant or fruit? Well, let's see if we can get that. Here are a few companions that get along well with apple. Herbs. Okay, herbs can grow well, flowers can grow well, legumes can grow well, small fruits or berries can grow well, leafy greens can also grow well. Folks, if you have the slightest idea of how farming or anything of that works, I have no idea, seriously, but I have some idea of the fact, because what I've learned in school is that there are certain trees and there are certain plants and crops where if you grow them, you need to grow a subsequent plant, a companion plant or a crop with them, not only to protect the former one, but also to save itself from a bunch of different stuff. For example, this is a true story, folks. I'll actually show you. When you are planting coffee beans, which happens a lot in South India, you will see that, and even maybe in Brazil as well. I'm not sure about Brazil, we'll search about that. What you need to do is that you need to plant a bunch of other companion crops just to protect the coffee. What is that? Coffee crop? No, it's the coffee beans. Yeah, the coffee beans from direct sunlight. Because if there's too much sunlight, it's gonna harm you. Actually, I'm gonna show you there. Okay, so I heard, just write whatever you feel is best here. I heard that coffee needs other crops with itself to grow. Is it true? So you can just put out the buzzword there and it'll say, is it true? So folks actually didn't allow me to do that, and it said maybe I've reached the current usage cap for ChatGPT 4. Please try again after 10, 9, 10. Okay, that's okay. I'll copy this thing and I'll go to my ChatGPT 4 and I'll paste it here. Okay, so I can use the default mode. There is nothing serious. We can use the default mode. Okay, so folks, here we go. So coffee is primarily agricultural crop that can be grown on its own without the need for other crops to be planted alongside coffee plants. Belong to the genus Coffea or blah 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 blah. However, there are some agriculture. Here we go, folks. Saw that one? Shade grown coffee. This is exactly what I was talking about. Although yes, and see that excessive sunlight shouldn't be, or excessive heat. You need to protect your coffee crop, or else it's gonna get destroyed. Any other different types. So, folks, that is it from this one. As you can see, we have done a pretty good job with our Planty GPT, and it has provided us with a bunch of cool informations. And that's it, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.